What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Jeff from the Joint Chiropractically. I've got my spine here with us because today we're going to get down into the nitty-gritty of the spine. I want you to understand how the spine works. I want you to understand how incredibly fabulous the spine is. It's a marvel of engineering. Nature has done an incredible job of designing such a spectacular machine as the spine. Your spine is your lifeline. It's so important to have a healthy, functioning spine. The three major jobs that your spine does: number one, gives us our posture, allows us to stand and sit upright. Number two, it does an incredible job of protecting one of the most delicate tissues in the body, your spinal cord. And number three, the job of the spine is it allows us to have incredible ranges of motion and mobility. The spine has 24 freely movable vertebrae, bones. We call them vertebrae. And then we also have the sacrum and the pelvis that we lump in with the spine, all connected. It's the core of our body. The really primary thing that the spine is, you want to think of it like a suit of armor. It's a suit of armor protecting one of the most delicate structures and tissues that exist in the body, and that's the spinal cord and the spinal nerves. So your spinal cord extends down through this hole. This is the back of the skull here. And through the back of the skull, we have that giant hole. Your brain comes down and it turns into spinal cord. And it extends down the length of the spine. And between each of the vertebrae, we have these holes, these other little holes where our nerve, we call them nerve roots, branch out and they go to all parts of the body. Now, your spinal cord, we look at a healthy looking spinal structure. First of all, we have the body of the vertebrae, and that makes up the bulk of the spine, and that gives between the bones we have the discs, and the discs we want to see nice and thick and healthy. That's a good healthy disc. Now, your spinal cord is about the size of your little finger, but it's as delicate as cooked spaghetti. It's very, very delicate. So we need this suit of armor to protect the vital spinal cord. And what's traveling through here, one of the coolest things we need to understand is that spinal cord is carrying electrochemical impulses or energy from your brain traveling to all parts of the body, controlling the function of the body. And likewise, there's electrochemical impulses traveling from the body back up through the spinal cord up to the brain, so that we have this continual feedback loop that's taking place. So our brain knows what to do with our body, and our body knows how to send messages back to the brain. And this is how our body keeps itself functioning and operating and healthy. Our body then can respond to the demands. Our brain responds to the demands and tells our body what to do. Now, what happens is, because of just being alive, our body accumulates stresses. We play sports and we have injuries and we have car accidents. Just sitting all day can cause a great deal of stress into our spine. And what happens is we develop dysfunction. It leads to what we call a vertebral subluxation. And a vertebral subluxation is when a vertebrae of the spine will lock out of alignment. And it's going to cause scar tissue to develop around the ligaments and muscles that power and move the spine. It's going to cause degenerative changes over time. You're going to see the discs, instead of being nice and thick and healthy, they're going to start to get thin and narrow. You're going to develop bone spurs. And when that happens, what it's going to do is it's going to alter then our spinal function. It's not going to move or sit in the right place. And what that's going to do then is that's going to interfere with the brain and the spine's ability to communicate in a coordinated fashion. That's going to alter spinal function, and that's going to have a cascade effect into our whole body. It doesn't take too much to see that if you don't have a healthy spine, it's going to have impacts upon the way that our body works. So as a chiropractor, what I'm going to do is get in there and find these areas that are subluxated, that are locked out of alignment, and I'm going to apply gentle forces that are going to help restore proper function into that spine. That's going to restore then the way that the spine moves, and it's going to restore then the coordination between the brain and the spinal cord. And this is going to enable then our spine to heal and our body to heal and our body to function at a much greater level. We're going to get you some exercises that can help build strength in the spine and help build flexibility. And when we put together adjustments with good exercise, good body movement, help reduce stress, we get good nutrition into our body, we become extremely healthy individuals, all right? And our body innately craves to be healthy and well. And if we do the right things, if we have a healthy spine and we look after our body through the other things that we've discussed, you're going to be in some pretty incredible health. So keeping your spine healthy and well adjusted, it's just good for you, right? Chiropractors are specialists. We know how to take great care of the spine. So I'm Dr. Jeff from the Joint Chiropractically. Get your spine adjusted, keep it adjusted, look after it, because you're only going to get one. Have a great day.